Hi Moonies! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back and continuing this series with me. If you're new here, my name is Mooney, or you can call me Julie, whichever you prefer. Here we talk about spirituality, witchcraft, anime. It's a safe little cozy space on the grand old YouTube, so if you're interested in that stuff, then definitely check that out. Hit that subscribe button and check out the other content that I have, my shorts and my other episodes of this playlist and other content. Also on my shorts, I am starting a new quick witch tip series, so if you're interested in that, definitely don't miss that out. Click the notification bell button and set it to however you want. I think there's like 3 different options. But yeah, so if you're interested in this content, if you're interested in hanging out with me, chatting with me, then definitely come back. And I post here every Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, definitely come and join the Moonies Squad. So just to give a little feedback of who I am, I do have a small business. I've been reading tarot and giving people personal readings for years now. I do have personal readings available in my shop, so if you're interested in that, the link is down below. You can purchase it in my shop along with how I do my readings, so that will be in the description box. On my Instagram, where I'm most active at, I have weekly card giveaway polls on my Instagram on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's like a little fun hangout, come chat with me type of live, just to hang out, meet my new Moonies. You guys know about me, I know about you, and we just chat and have fun. On that live, I'm not like trying to sell you nothing on this live, even though I do have some lives where I have like my crystals and from my crystal shop, incense and stuff like that. But I also, on this specific live, I only do it like kind of just to hang out and catch up with you guys. And we play games, like I do my, I guess a number, you guys think whoever's closest or guess the exact number on my screen that shows up first. I give them a free card pull during the live. I let you pick the deck, whether oracle, tarot, whatever the case may be. And it's just kind of just fun, you know, just to hang out with me. So if you're interested in that, definitely come follow me on Instagram at Moonies Metaphysical. I am also on TikTok at Moonies Metaphysical if you're interested in following me there. But I'm most active on Instagram, and my lives happen on Instagram. The next live is on October 12th, so that's next Thursday, because when this video goes up, it's going to be the 4th of October, so it'll be the following Thursday. And so yeah, but without further ado, got a little itch. Without further ado, let's get started on episode number 9, dun, 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 the Hermit. So if you're new here, as I always mention in my videos, that's with the major arcana, there are 22 cards in the major arcana. But not every card in the major arcana has a linked tarot card, a linked zodiac, excuse me. But every zodiac sign has a linked tarot card. So we're starting this small portion of the major arcana where there is a linked zodiac sign to it. Now after this card, there's going to be a little break because I'll talk about that on my next episode on Friday, which we're going to talk about the Wheel of Fortune. But right now we're talking about the Hermit, and the Hermit is the 9th card in the major arcana, and it is connected to the zodiac sign Virgo. Virgo is a mutable earth sign. It is the maiden, which is kind of ironic because Virgo is the maiden, but then typically depicted in a lot of tarot decks like that keep like the original art style or like the original art components. The Hermit is actually an older man. He's like a really old man. So but this specific deck I'm using, this is the Reigning Rogue Tarot deck by Sam Sawyer. I purchased this one on Etsy. This is an Animalia base, meaning that the art style in this one is depicted by animals and all that stuff. So in this specific card, you have here a little fox, and the fox looks like it's in a den, is all curled up, and it's napping, it's sleeping. So definitely the vibe of the Hermit about solitude. We'll get into that in a minute, but yeah, so this is the sign, this zodiac, excuse me, what are words? The zodiac sign linked to the Hermit card is the Virgo, and up until this point, starting from Aries to Virgo, we had every card connected to a zodiac sign. But following afterwards, it's going to be a little break because the following card after this one, which would be the Wheel of Fortune, the 10th card, does not have a linked zodiac sign to it. It has the elements, so we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that not excuse me, we'll talk about that more on next episode, episode number 10. So if you're interested, then definitely stay tuned. But let's talk about the grand old Hermit. The Hermit. Sometimes people have so many depictions on what the Hermit can be. A lot of times they're more negative than not, I feel like. But I actually really like the Hermit card because I'm an earth sign. I really like earth energy. But the Hermit overall energy is to trust yourself on the journey, okay? It doesn't really highlight it in this specific card in this art style. Not that it kind of needs to, but I always thought it was very interesting because in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you know, with the old man, if you notice that when he's walking, he has a lamp in his hand and he has a staff. So the Hermit energy really likes to emphasize of like doing things on your own and having solitude to really listen to your own thoughts, listen to your own intuition, really focus on how you are feeling and what you are thinking and how you apply that for your life and what path you're going to take, okay? And I brought out the original art style because when I was learning tarot, it really kind of stuck with me, the description of the picture and the card, because like how I interpret it and how I see it too, where I'm pretty sure other people probably are familiar with it when you learn tarot. It's that the lamp, you know, when you're walking in pitch black and you have a lamp, right, or a candle, it highlights, you know, your path, but only so little. So it's like you can see the few steps in front of you, but not super, like, you're not going to see the whole thing. You're not going to see the end of the tunnel. Unless you have a really bright lamp, but that's different. That's the point. So it's like, it's like Virgo energy, or excuse me, the Hermit energy really highlights that because it's all about, okay, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? How are you feeling in the moment? What are the next steps that you're going to take? You know, like you're not going to know your entire journey, but what are the next steps you need to take, especially by yourself, to get you to where you need to get going? It's like, oh, excuse me, sorry. I think I pressed the wrong thing on my little notes. But so that's very much like the Hermit energy. We're going to talk about upright and reversals in a second. Before we get into it, if you're new here, I read reversals. Some people don't. Some people think they're entirely negative. I think I'm more so in the gray area. I think reversals should be read. I don't think that they shouldn't be like discarded or just read as if the upright meaning is the same. But I don't think that reversals necessarily have just an entirely negative aspect. Like I don't think they're negative. I think they're more so of like reflecting on inner work. Like what are you doing? What's going on? You know, like what is it that you need to do for yourself? Okay. But now we're going to talk about upright specifically. So upright is usually like soul searching, inner guidance, recentering, having to be alone. Like the little fox. The fox is probably like hanging around, was playing around, was probably hunting for his family or doing whatever he needs to do. And now he's like, you know what? Y'all go do you. I'm going to do me. I'm going to take a nap. You know, very much like the Hermit energy. It's about enjoying solitude. Sometimes people get scared of solitude because they don't like to focus on their inner work, their shadow work. That's more so on the reversal side. We'll get into that in a second. But it's more when you are on the path of healing, especially when you get this in a card and when you get this card in a reading, you know, whether you're reading for yourself or whether you're reading for somebody else, regardless of the topic, the Hermit energy is reminding you, especially upright, to really recenter yourself. Maybe go and meditate, maybe go walk outside in nature with your feet bare, because remember this earth sign is ruled by its earth element. But go back and recenter yourself. Look for your inner guidance. What is it that you feel like you know? Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know. And then they come for readings and you're trying to pull a reading for yourself. When you get the Hermit energy really like come out in the card as a major hitter too, it's telling you stop. It's a stop sign. It's a big stop sign. Stop, 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 stop. Recenter. What's going on? How are you feeling towards this? How are you thinking about the situation? When you get the Hermit in a tarot reading, it's the energy of coming back to yourself, coming back to your own being, okay? Coming back to your own mind, your own emotions, okay? Excluding any other outside opinions, influences, advices, any of that stuff. You know, the Hermit energy is really reminding you in the readings to come back to the main source of who's asking the question, the main source of how you're feeling, how you're thinking, what's going on, okay? Inner guidance, okay? And then in regards to Sometimes life is so loud where the Hermit is reminding you that solitude is healing, okay? Some need to rejuvenate and do it by themselves so that way they can show up and be the best version of themselves. So when you get the Hermit in a reading, it's reminding you, whoever is the asker, okay? Whatever the question is, it could be about, it does, at the end of the day, it's kind of one of those cards where it doesn't really, like, there are some cards that really highlight, or should I say, are green lights to certain questions. Like, there are questions talking about intuition, love, money, partnerships, you know, career. There are some cards more than others that really are a green light to have for certain questions. The Hermit itself specifically is not one of those cards. It's a card that it gives off a very strong and potent energy of, you need to come back to yourself to find the answer. You have all the answers within you to know how you're going to approach the situation. So when you get this card in a reading, it's really much kind of a hard hitter in the sense of, it don't matter what the question is. You need to go meditate to then find the answer out, okay? You don't need anything else to tell you what you already know. You need to meditate, relax, recenter yourself, get your gut and your brain health together and entwine it, and you already know the answer. The Hermit is really much about inner guidance and reflecting back on solitude of how to approach your own question, okay? So when you get that in the reading, keep that in mind, especially when it's upright. Now when we have it in reverse, it's more about toxic tendencies, is what I would say. It's about isolation, withdrawal, toxic tendencies, habits, lack of accountability more so. Because remember, you know, there are the line of solitude can be super thin, okay? One side can be extreme healing, one side can be extreme detrimental mental aspects and health and just life, okay? This could be extremely healing or it could be extremely detrimental, okay? Because, you know, you need to take accountability for certain things. You need to heal your traumas, cut your toxic tendencies. Sometimes toxic tendencies that we had or habits that helped us before in life aren't helping us in our current stage in life, okay? So when you get the Hermit in the reading in reversal, going back to the same, as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter what the question is specifically, it's more so about it's not the question specifically, it's more so the question that you are asking. And when you get the Hermit in reverse in a reading, it's reflecting towards the asker, like who's asking the question. Why are you asking this question? But why are you looking for a specific answer when you know deep down that's probably not the primary focus of what you should be working on. The Hermit in reverse, you know, solitude, healing, it could be detrimental. When it's reversed, it's usually more so like, are you healing to avoid lack of accountability? Are you healing to avoid the consequences of your own actions, isolation, you know? Or are you in solitude because you're trying to harm others or yourself possibly in regards to emotions and stuff like that? Or it could be even physical. Disclaimer, Moonies Metaphysical, you know, if you feel like you are a danger to yourself or to others, please reach out and seek help. There are a whole bunch of hotlines for you that definitely will help give you some type of guidance or some type of resources to guide you in the right way, but please do not harm yourself and please do not harm anybody else. And if you are feeling that way, definitely reach out for a close loved one, a close friend, an advisor, a mentor, somebody that you know and you feel that can help you or can at least guide you in the right direction, okay? But going back to the reading in regards to the Hermit in reversal, it's typically focusing on what's the energy, but in a negative way in regards to avoiding the actions of your own consequences. Avoiding the consequences of your own actions. Sorry, what are words? But the Hermit in reversal really focuses also on shadow work and digging deep, okay? Because remember, sometimes in solitude, people just like to sit in solitude just to avoid getting called out. But solitude is really good, and that's why it goes back to healing, because you can really do deep inner work for yourself, by yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you. It's you. Nobody's going to do it for you. So when you get the Hermit in reverse, in a reading, it's really depicting that whoever is the person asking the question, regardless of the topic, it's really focusing on what is it that they are not really doing that holding them back. It's about cutting toxic patterns, toxic habits, taking accountability for your actions, because at the current moment, if you're getting the Hermit in reversal, you're not taking accountability for your actions, and that's holding you back. You're blocking your own blessings. So that's the Hermit in reverse. Now, going back to the Hermit overall being connected to the zodiac sign of Virgo, the ruling planet and the ruling energy is Mercury, and it's an earth sign. So if you're like, why is it Mercury? It's because remember, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so is Gemini. But on the earth aspect of Mercury, it's Virgo. And then on the air aspect of Mercury is Gemini. Same thing with like Taurus and Libra, because we're in Libra season, so that's why and I'm also a Taurus sun. So, but Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, and people are like, oh, but they're like so different. But it's like, if you look at the signs by the same ruling planet, they are different, but there are similarities. They just manifest differently. So the ruling planet for the Hermit is Mercury, and the ruling element is Earth. And so now I always end my videos with a yes, no, maybe so. Because sometimes when you're a beginner in tarot, it's okay. It's okay. You are wanting like the basics of like, is this a yes, is this a no, or is this a maybe so, how to read it from there. That's totally fine. Baby steps is a-okay. But in regards to the Hermit, is it a yes, is it a no, is it a maybe so? Don't matter if it's reversed. Don't matter if it's upright. The Hermit is a stop sign. It's a big O no, okay? And the reason why the Hermit is a no, like I mentioned before, is that the Hermit is really having it's a card, and the energy of it when it comes up in a reading, it's really a reminder for whoever is asking the question to take a step back, or to stop. Not even take a step back, maybe you just need to stop where you're at, stop while you're ahead type of thing. It's a card that reminds you that you need to come back and you need to retreat by yourself, for yourself, in order to break any toxic habits, or to really reflect on why you're feeling the way that you are in a certain situation, in regards to what your question is, in regards to what your spread is, okay? The Hermit is a card that it's telling you to hold your horses, because there's more work personally that needs to be done here, okay? Going back to also, as I mentioned, with upright and reversals, and how reversals are, how I believe they're more internal, not necessarily negative. But when you have a card like the Hermit, where it really is a card that overall the energy upright and reverse is more, it's more internalized. It really focuses on you and who's asking the situation. Reversals is more like, what are the things that are holding you back, that you're enabling, versus upright, where it's what are the things that you're not paying attention to that needs to get done for your greater good, So, but overall, the overall energy of yes, no, maybe so, the Hermit is a no. So if you're asking a question, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else, and they're like, oh, can I get a simple card pull? Can I get something like quick and easy? And you get the Hermit, baby, the answer to that question is no. You need to recenter, okay? But thank you guys so much for coming back to episode 9. I truly appreciate you guys for being here. I truly appreciate you guys for coming by and hanging out with me. You guys are the best, and I love you guys so very much, Moonies. Every view, every like, every just share really does make me feel so happy, because it's not like I have a million followers, but people that still show up and give the time make me feel so happy, and I'm so appreciative. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming by and watching episode number 9 with me today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely comment down below what you thought. Did you feel like it resonates? Do you have any disagreements, or just a different perspective? This is a safe space. If you want to talk about how much you agree, or like, hey, no, I actually think a little bit differently, then it's open discussion. Just remember to be respectful and be kind to me and to other Moonies. But yeah, if you guys are interested in continue watching my content, don't want to miss an upload, definitely hit that bell notification. I post YouTube videos every Wednesdays and Fridays, and I put YouTube shorts like kind of weekly, but I'm trying to get on a daily schedule, especially with my new quick witch tip series, so definitely check that out. But I always post weekly, so you're always, every time you open the YouTube app, you're probably gonna see me a few times in a week, okay? But yeah, definitely check out my Instagram and my TikTok, and thank you guys so much for just being here. I love you guys so much. Bye.